Nice. So as I said, I like using the very rigid geometry if I'm building something, and then I almost just squish it to see what the level looks like on number 3. And now I just have to decide what kind of handle is this going to be. What's it going to look like right in this area? I know there's probably going to be a cool end cap thing here. So between here and here, you know, I can just play around with ideas of taking maybe all these and dividing them out very uniformed. Like that. And then grabbing those faces and I could do this one at a time, just like this, and extrude. Take out the blue. And what that's going to look like is it's going to give me a pattern when I go to 3. So if I go to 3 on the keyboard, it gives me this cool little pattern. Okay, so I might have that for a couple of them. Then I might just choose to take this huge group and do it all at once. Don't want to make it too fat. And then what I might do is insert some edge loops. And again, I like using the raw for this. If I insert some edge loops on both sides here, one real close and one semi-close. Okay, and then I just grab the edge here in the center for each one of these. And then control right click to edge loop, and then did a mesh transform component. I can now pull or push these in. So that's another way to do it. Okay. Okay, this needs some really sweet something at the end of this. So a lot of times I'll just extrude a bunch of stuff and extrude it, and then if you hit R on the keyboard you can scale in. See at the end here, I would say let's grab those, and you can say keep faces together off and extrude it just like that. And I could say then transform component, and I could scale those in. And there we go. I would think it needs something a little bit fatter in this area so your hand doesn't slip off the blade or up, you know, so you could have maybe the collar would be a little higher like that. And you can get as detailed as you want on this. Of course, now that that is changed, I now have to make some changes to this. And bring that back into play. Another thing that might be nice is wrap it with something. That would be cool. And I just work out the overall length of the weapon, how that would play out. Would it be better as something like this? And I think I would keep my hand away from this blade. This end is kind of wussy, so I'm just going to insert another edge loop in this area. That way I can grab all these faces right here. And again, switch back. And constantly make changes to things. So that's my modeling workflow for an axe anyway. But I just wanted to kind of show you and share with you, you know, those tools and what I kind of do to achieve that. It's a series of constantly always tweaking and playing around with what that looks like, and from here on out. And then if I wanted to sharpen up things along the way, I certainly do that a lot too. It's like maybe that end looks a little, I don't want it too sharp, making it into a secondary weapon that might be hurting myself if I wielded an axe, but I would say maybe an edge loop in there might not hurt. Maybe a little thing at the very bottom. Just like that. The rest is all really texturizing an item, which I might choose to texturize this item in later lessons with Maya2011, or even more detailed piece. So stay tuned for that. Until then, let's continue with the modeling thing, and then we'll go over to a different section within Maya2011 in the next video.